Caps nab a pair in the bottom of the fourth, cutting this Dayton lead in half. And Luis Gutierrez, 3 straight scoreless innings, gets the 9-1-2 spots in the Dayton order.
If you get a shutdown inning right here, that's massive. Right? Only 1 base hit to get those runs in that 4th inning, right? But it's momentum. Crowd's behind you. You're looking good on the bump after a shaky first frame. Get out in front here.
A 2-0, middle. The first strike of this battle. Sun's still setting here in the Summit City. A gorgeous night for baseball. A 2-1. Lifted in the air to shallow center. Who's going to take it? It will be Cason Wells.
And now is where things sometimes can flip in the wrong way, right? 3rd time through the order, Carlos Jorge with all of his speed and what he's done the last couple of nights. Sometimes you try to get a little bit too pinpoint. I think here with Gutierrez, what his pitch mix is, go straight after him right here.
And he does. First pitch swinging in the air to left, tailing and slicing away from Kai Roberts. This one will end up all the way out in front of the wall. Jorge looking to make it a triple. Throw in to Eggy Rosario. That cutoff not into Evans.
And that's why I'm up here.
And Carlos Jorge, you're not going to see many opposite field triples from a left-handed batter here at Parkview Field. But making it look easy, his 4th triple of the season.
Yeah, Roberts playing really in here at left field. You can see how shallow he's playing and doesn't get around to it. And that ball was quickly in the air and tailing into the corner. And Roberts just having to get back to it. And Jorge, with all his speed, made that look easy.
I think for most players in the Midwest League, that's a stand-up routine double. The first pitch gets away from Pineda. And what a quick trip around the bags for Carlos Jorge. He's in to score.
I'm not sure if that was miscommunication or what the situation was there, but you just can't have that. I mean, a spot like this, giving up a run that easily, you got to be on the same page.
Especially after retiring the leadoff batter. A big cut and a miss there on the 1-0. Fort Wayne bullpen silent for the time being. We did see a pitching change for Dayton in the bottom half of the 4th. So next offering, a high fly ball, deep left field. Roberts out in front of the track, nearing the corner. Did he make that catch? Yes, he did. And Kai Roberts sticking with it in our blind spot up here, 2 down.
Yeah, not an easy play. You see that gate down there. Not a lot of room between the chalk and the wall, and he went over to it and just barely able to make that catch.
We were by that gate just a couple of days ago. Part of our pre-game festivities.
Other duties as assigned.
Oh, yes.
Is the best way to describe it.
All around the ballpark, always willing to lend a helping hand. Anthony Stefan takes strike 1.
1-1 on still beating you in a trike race.
I don't know. I did cross the finish line first.
About a 50-foot head start.
Did that one get him? He's thinking it did. And Caden Tishner behind the dish said yes. So a 2-out base runner here for Dayton. And here comes the skipper, Lucas Ray, wanting an explanation.
Now, Stefan thinks that it hit a little bit near his forearm or his wrist. And Lucas Ray not a fan.
The head athletic trainer, Lauren Powers, for Dayton out of the third base dugout, along with Vince Harrison Jr. down the third base line. And you gotta wonder what this conversation entails between Caden Tishner and Lucas Ray. I don't know.
Anthony Stefan might be a great actor. It didn't seem like it was anything as bad as it would warrant that type of a reaction. Might have barely nicked the forearm, but Stefan, I think, is going to get this one here.
And he's reached now in all 3 of his plate appearances tonight on a couple of errors. Now that hit by pitch with 2 down. Looked like a late call as well from Tishner. And either way, it brings up the reigning Midwest League Player of the Week, Carter Graham. And Graham not in the lineup last night. How about that card for Vince Harrison Jr.? 8 pure left-handed hitters, 1 switch hitter in Alexander Vargas. Can't say I've seen anything like that.
And especially, again, with the way that his roster was constructed, it's a great idea. Michael Marias, don't know a ton about him, right? Haven't seen him thus far. But the one big thing you knew from his time in Single A, struggled against left-handed bats. 300 the average across his stint in his 20-year-old season, and they wanted to go heavy on that way.
1-1 up high.
I mean, you can't complain, Marias. Especially in his high A debut at just 20 years old after a couple of tough performances to end off his stint at the lower level. And despite a rough ending, but found his way through 6 solid frames.
A quality start for him. A 2-1 laced foul into the Toyota field boxes down the left field line. Making sure to take it all in. Our fantastic view up here. We'll get it one more night in this 2025 campaign. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top 5. Already a run plated for the Dragons this inning. And this one will get down for a base hit. First hit of the night for Graham. And Dayton still alive in the 5th.
And especially after that off yesterday, able to really just get an inside-out swing there. Pitch on the inner third of the plate, kept his hands through, and got that ball into right field. Now here for Luis Gutierrez, Fort Wayne needs him to go longer distances. Would love to get him through 6 innings. So it's about anchoring down here and minimizing the damage.
Nearing the 70 pitch mark, 68 tosses for the southpaw tonight. Now has Carlos Sanchez working out of the 5 spot in the Dragon order in Game 5 of 6 this week. And back-to-back, nice offerings. Sanchez going chasing there.
Yeah, you gotta love that slider. And when it is on, it's really, really devastating. And again, he matches that up with a changeup with both tunnel really, really well. Very same release point. It was a long distance the same way and just kind of cross paths at the end.
Yo, 2. He got him swinging. Gutierrez works out of trouble with 2 down. 1 run does come across for Dayton here in the 5th.